Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. This is going to be a very short live, and I'm not going to wait for you guys to get on. I just wanted to share a couple of tips. I've had two people over the last really 24 hours ask me the same question, so I figured I should probably just hop on and just share some of the details of what I do when I talk to somebody about the product. So if I made contact with them via Facebook Messenger, or even if they've commented on something on a post, or if they've reached out in any way, or if I've reached out and they have replied, then basically I want to get them offline and I want to get them on the phone, if at all possible, right? Because we know that if you can get somebody on the phone, you're actually connecting with them rather than texting back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Sometimes people just don't want to get on the phone, and so that's your second best option, is to text back and forth, back and forth. But basically, I try and find out a couple of things. So my first questions to them, I ask them, so typically, you know, on a day-to-day basis, how much do you think you spend between your breakfast, your lunch, and your snacks? So really, everything that you're eating except for your dinner, how much do you think you're spending a day? Do you think you spend $10 a day? Do you think you spend $15 a day? Or do you think you spend $20 a day? And then I zip my mouth and I let them answer that question. Okay? Because I want them to see right away that this is not expensive, that they're spending that money anyway on food that really doesn't serve them. Okay, and then my goal is to go through the 5 pillars of health. Okay, so I want to go through the basics of our products, and I'm going to go ahead after this video and I'm going to post what the 5 pillars of health is, so that you can go into your catalog and you can really read about these things, so you know when you're explaining them what they are, so that it really makes sense to them why they need all of the products and not just a shake. Okay, so that's something to really know. And if you have not read through your whole catalog, please do that. That catalog has so much incredible information in it. It's got the packages in there. It's got the cleanse and fat burning system. It's all categorized according to weight loss, healthy aging, performance, energy. Okay, and then you see all of the products that go within those lines, and you see, you know, the different packages. They're all right there. Okay, and then once I get an idea of what they spend, then I want to ask them about their health goals, because I really want to find out a little bit about them, about kind of what their health goals are. Like, what is their pain? What is it that I can help solve, right? I want to know, do they feel like they're overweight? Do they feel like they're sluggy? Do they feel older than they are? And I just want to kind of communicate and get to know them a little bit to figure out what it is that they're looking for, right? And then based on asking enough questions about them and their life and their lifestyle and what some of their health goals are, that helps me better figure out which category. So, you know, if you can't figure it out based on just talking to them, just ask them, you know, do you, out of these categories, which one appeals to you? Weight loss? Performance, energy? Do you want more energy, or do you just want to age better, you know, gracefully? And so, hi Lisa. So you just want to really, you know, ask those questions. Like I said, my goal is to get them offline and onto the phone so I can find out what their budget is, daily budget, and then I find out what their goals are. And then I go through the 5 pillars of health, okay? And then, you know, I go through the packages. And the packages, I want you guys to think about this, and maybe some of you have not connected the dots, and maybe some of you haven't. And I just heard, I think it was Chris Harder that said this, and I went, oh my gosh, that's brilliant, because rather than jumping right in and talking about the President's Pack and it's $559, or the Pacesetter Pack, which is $399, or the 30-day, which is $272 plus a $29 enrollment fee, those numbers can sound really big to somebody, but if they told you they spent $20 a day, right there, $20 a day times 30 days in a month, that is like $600 right there. And the value pack is less than that. And if they tell you that they spent $15 a day, right there, that's the pace setter. And if they told you $10 a day, that's your bare bones 30-day cleanse and fat burning system. So when at the end of the conversation, when you're going through the packages and it kind of explaining what makes each one of them different, and they're going, oh, it's too expensive, you can go back to the fact that they told you that they spend $15 a day between their breakfast, lunch, and snacks. And they go, oh, yes, because all we need to worry about is our dinner, right? Because we get our food delivered right to our door. We know that it's superfood nutrition. We know that it's giving us everything that we need, and it's a no-brainer. It's right here in our cabinets, and we can make our shakes, and we can have our isogenic snacks, and we can stay on track, and it's the easiest program to follow. And so by talking to them, like this over the phone, or even in person if they're local, it just really makes a difference. Especially if they're local, you can sit down and kind of go through the catalog with them. I love doing that because the pictures are gorgeous, the details, the description, absolutely amazing. Okay, so what happens if you can't get them offline and onto the phone? Well, I'm going to send them, I'm going to ask those questions. I'm going to try and do that voice over on Facebook Messenger, right? Because it's just easier than texting all of that. So like I said, the first questions I ask them are, how much do you think you spend daily? $10, $15, $20. And then I ask them, out of these categories, which one appeals to you the most? And then I kind of talk to them a little bit about their health goals. So I can voice message this or I could text it. And then I go through the packages, and I actually have an Evernote that I saved all of the packages. So I have the value pack, the pace setter, and the 30-day all right there, kind of with really good descriptions and the price point. And then I let them come back and say, oh, that's too expensive, or whatever their, what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever the problem is. It's not the word I'm looking for. But anyway, you get my drift. So, and that's kind of what I go through. And then I also, if I can't get them to talk on the phone with me, or even if I can, I have saved in my notes, I have a couple of different sets of videos. And so I'll send them the 30-day cleanse and fat burning system video, and how to have a shake day, and then how to have a cleanse day. I have all three of those together, so I can just copy and paste them and tell them to watch those videos and let me know what their questions are, because I just think that's it. I mean, that's really as simple as it is. So you want to find out what their daily budget is. You want to find out which category appeals to them the most. You want to go through the 5 pillars of health with them. You want to send them the packages. Objections, that's the word I was looking for. And then you want to find out what their objections are. And then if it's cost, then you can bring them right back to the beginning of the conversation when you ask them what their daily budget was. And if they told you it was $15 a day, right there, that's the pace setter. If they told you it was $20 a day, right there, that's the value pack. And if they only spend $10 a day, then you know that they're pretty much, their budget is probably the bare bones 30-day. So, and you can find those in each and every category. So I hope that helps. Hi, Allison. Hey, Lisa. Do you guys have any questions? No? And if you guys if you're watching the recording, post your questions below and I will go ahead and get those answered for you. But really kind of just stick with those things. Don't overcomplicate it. It does, the confused mind says no. So if you say too much and confuse them, then they're just going to shut down, and they're probably going to go, oh my gosh, it's too overwhelming, forget it. So anyway, watch this video a couple of times, post your questions below, and I'm going to post the grouping of videos, okay? I'm going to post my packages in the comments below, and I'm going to post the 5 pillars so that you have it all. So make sure that you kind of save it into your notes in your phone so that you always have it at your fingertips, because when you're super prepared, it is just so easy, and you're doing the same thing with everybody. So you don't ever have to wonder, what do I say? What do I send? You're always saying the same thing, and you're always sending the same thing. Hey, Lynn, how are you? just kind of talking about connecting with people, you know, whether they message you regarding the products or whatever. So I'm just closing up the video, but I'm going to post some great information below. Thank you so much for hopping on today, and I hope you make it an incredible Tuesday, because this is going to be our biggest and best week ever. All right, I love you guys. Bye.